Hey gamers, what's up? Okay, so another day of work. I've been breaking things down in the front room since the back is all finished now, as you saw in the last video. And I'm getting these pillars down. As you can see, I got a few already and going to get those ready to paint. I have to return my new shop vac because as I pulled it out of the box, I saw it has a giant crack right in the top of it. So it looks like something got slammed maybe on top of the box or something, maybe when it was in that warehouse or whatever. Regardless, I got to take it back, so that's a little bit of time out of my day, but no big deal. I'm just going to do it on my way home and not use it today. But got a lot accomplished so far this morning, and I hope to get a lot done before the end of the day. With this stuff, it's just getting all these pillars in here ready to go. I realize that some of them are kind of linked together in a way that makes it pretty hard to do with just myself. So on two sets of the pillars, I'm going to hold off, and hopefully I can get some help in here tomorrow and pull those down properly. I just don't want them to fall and break or break anything else. So that's it's just a two-man job. So that's kind of going to slow me down a little bit. No big deal though. Getting these ready though should be a breeze. And what else? I've been working on the Nerdco area a little bit more. I threw some of the shelves that ran along the top. I don't know if you call them shelves or borders or whatever the shoe store used them for. I took them down because I'm not going to use them, but I set them up in the Nerdco space. I don't know if I've mentioned it yet or not. We're kind of setting this back area as a Nerdco office. It's where we're going to do our shipping from, and I've got some cool projects in mind for back there in terms of adding slat wall on the back side of these giant shelves and putting all the Nerdco shirts and everything there, and putting all the Nerdco merch on the wall in their currently we have them in drawers, so when we sell an item on the website we can pull the drawer open, bam, throw it in an envelope and ship it. So just trying to make everything more organized, easier to get to, and just easier in general. So I've got a long way to go, a lot of work yet to do. Just man, it's a long and involved process. I have to stop by Lowe's today also. While I'm there returning this shop back, I'll go ahead and get the paint for the sprayer and get all that ready to go. The walls are pretty much ready to go. I think I'm going to scuff them first. I might just go across the wall like from left to right, top to bottom, with a little like medium grade sandpaper, something that's not going to gouge it, but will scuff it up really good. And kind of like if I were going to paint a console or something, I really want this paint to bond well. I don't want it to scratch off. So I'm going to do the same with these pillars. I'm going to sand them before I paint them because I really want it to stick. I don't want people to, somehow bump it or scratch it, or maybe if I even do it, I just don't want it to look ugly when the store is open and people, coming in, and that's just not the image I want to put out there. I want everything to be nice and clean and organized and pretty. I don't want it to be, nasty and stuff is gouged and people think I'm sloppy or something. I really want to maintain that good image. So that's something I've always tried to do. I try to be clean and meticulous about making my shop organized, and that's one of the bigger compliments I get when people come in, or wow, this place is so clean, and I like that. That makes me happy because I've gone into a few game stores where it's just dirty, and you go in and you want to look at something and you see, like, I've seen consoles with like tape on them, like up on walls for sale, and with like stains on them and coffee rings on them, and I mean, just it's really ridiculous the low standard that some stores have. Now I've also been in stores that are very organized and nice, and it kind of that's the kind of, I don't know, I think that's the kind of standard that everyone who does what I do should have. So when I don't see it somewhere else, I don't know if that makes me anal retentive or if that just makes them sloppy. Maybe there's some middle ground there where I'm way above where I should be and they're way below. Like I said, I'm not the only guy who I think takes a lot of pride in what he does. I know Darren over at Warp Zone, he has a beautiful store and all his stuff is always clean and nice, and there's a few other guys, and I'm not going to say names of anyone else who is or isn't clean, but some stuff, I mean, I wouldn't even buy for my collection because it's so nasty, and they're selling it for market value, and I think that's off-putting. So when people come into my store, long story short, yeah, right, I want people to see my stuff and go, wow, I want to own that. I don't want people to come into my store and go, really? Or, oh, I could get that off of Amazon or eBay and it would be cleaner, So I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Have you ever been in a store where you walk in and you're just like kind of grossed out? I know I went to a store in Newark that was nasty. Like it reeked of cigarette smoke. I walked in, dudes, like there were guys who had brought their bikes inside the store and were standing around with their bikes and talking with the dude who didn't even greet me. And it was just, it reeked. You could tell they were recently smoking in there, and everything was dirty. Like I flipped through a few games and everything, and when I left, my hands felt gross. It just, man, I'd hate for people to feel like I felt leaving his store, you know, when they leave my store. I want people to leave my store and go, wow, that was a nice experience. So I don't know. Again, maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. So tell me about it if you've experienced that before. I mean, you know, I only know my local stores, and, you know, when I'm in other towns or whatever, if I happen across a video game store, I check it out. But a lot of times I run into that where I'm just kind of like, I think it's kind of sleazy, you know? And I hate for that to be the image of stores that do what we do, because we can be professional and we can make everything nice and we can put that extra work into it, give it that extra, you know, 110% and really try to make it special what we do. I don't know. So, but that's why I work so hard at making all this so nice, and that's why I want this to be spectacular. I want it to be a spectacle. When people walk in, I want them to say, wow, that's awesome. And I want them to tell their friends about it. So, I don't know. I think, you know, if you're willing to put that extra work in, it will come back and you will get the business because you did do that. So that's it for now. I do have to get to work. I have a lot to do, and I feel like I'm way behind. So we'll keep trying to get videos out to you. I know I blathered on a little long on this one, but you guys take it easy. Have a good day, and I will have more videos coming soon.